Hey everyone! Today we are diving into one of the most intense and rapidly evolving situations in modern history, the 2026 Iran-Israel war. I've been reading your comments, and I completely understand the anxiety out there. Have you seen the rumors spreading online that one side or the other literally wants to end the world? When you hear things like that, it is genuinely terrifying. But let's take a deep breath and look at the facts. In reality, no nation is operating with the goal of ending the world. Israel's stated military objectives are entirely focused on national security specifically, degrading Iran's ballistic missile infrastructure and stopping its nuclear program. On the other side, Iran's goals revolve around the survival of its regime, maintaining its regional influence and pushing back against U.S. and Israeli military presence. It's about complex geopolitics, not an apocalyptic plot. I also get asked a lot about who should win this war, or which side is the most harmful. I have to be completely straightforward with you. Those assessments are subjective and depend heavily on diverse global perspectives and conflicts of this scale. There are no simple good guys and bad guys, only competing national interests and devastating human costs. My job today is to give you the pure, neutral facts based on the freshest data from March 2026. We are going to analyze all the angles. Let's get into it. To understand where we are right now, we have to look at how this specific escalation blew up. On February 28, 2026, Israel and the United States launched massive, surprise airstrikes across multiple cities and military sites in Iran. This wasn't just a standard military operation. The strikes targeted the very top of the Iranian leadership. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was assassinated when his compound was destroyed, completely upending the political structure of the country. Following this, his son, Mojtaba Khamenei, stepped into the role of the new Supreme Leader. The immediate aftermath was chaotic. The U.S. and Israel rapidly targeted Iranian air defenses, reportedly wiping out a massive percentage of their systems within the first 24 hours. They also hit ballistic missile production facilities, naval bases, and internal security headquarters. But Iran did not fold. Instead, they launched an unprecedented retaliation. Iran's military strategy quickly shifted to massive counterattacks over the following weeks. Tehran launched hundreds of drones and ballistic missiles. These weren't just aimed at Israel. Iran expanded the conflict by targeting U.S. military bases across the region, including sites in Iraq, Bahrain, and the UAE. But Iran's most significant move wasn't just in the sky. It was on the water. Iran forced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, for those who might not know. This is one of the most vital global choke points for oil. By shutting it down, Iran effectively paralyzed global shipping and sent energy prices skyrocketing worldwide at the same time. Iran's regional allies, often called the Axis of Resistance, ramped up their operations. Hezbollah in Lebanon escalated its rocket fire into northern and central Israel, triggering the 2026 Lebanon war. We also saw Iran-backed militias in Iraq claiming responsibility for shooting down U.S. military aircraft. Iran's goal here is clear: inflict enough economic and military pain on the U.S. and Israel to fork. A halt to the airstrikes while proving that their regime can survive decapitation. So, what exactly are Israel and the United States trying to achieve? For Israel, the primary goal is the permanent removal of what they view as an existential threat after years of proxy warfare and the trauma of previous conflicts. The Israeli government decided that indirect confrontation was no longer enough. The military operations are designed to systematically dismantle Iran's ability to wage war. That means destroying missile launchers, neutralizing the Iranian Navy, and crippling their drone manufacturing plants. The United States, under the current administration, is heavily involved in this joint campaign. U.S. officials have stated their objective is to functionally defeat Iran's ballistic missile capabilities and protect international waters there. There's also a strong political element here. Following severe crackdowns on Iranian protesters earlier in the year, the U.S. administration has expressed a desire to see a change in the Iranian regime entirely. The joint forces are creating conditions that they hope will lead to the collapse of the current Iranian government as we analyze the military tactics. We cannot ignore the human and global reality of this war. The data we have as of mid-March 2026 is grim. In Iran, heavy bombardment has led to thousands of casualties, including civilians, infrastructure, schools. And hospitals have been caught in the crossfire in Israel. Millions of people have been sent to bomb shelters, with residential areas in central Israel taking direct hits from Iranian missiles. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, Israeli airstrikes targeting Hezbollah have resulted in hundreds of casualties and mass displacement. Globally, the economic shockwaves are already here. Because of the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, we are seeing major disruptions in aviation, tourism, and massive volatility in financial markets. The United Nations is desperately calling for a return to diplomacy, warning that the current trajectory is pushing the entire Middle East into an uncontainable disaster. To bring it back to the question of who should win when you look at the facts, modern wars of this magnitude rarely have true winners. A military victory for one side often comes at an unimaginable cost to civilian life and global stability. Both sides are locked in a struggle they view as vital for their survival. Israel and the U.S. are determined to eliminate a strategic threat, while Iran is using every tool at its disposal to survive and strike back. History will judge the outcome, but for now, the reality on the ground is simply destruction. Thank you for watching and for seeking out the facts behind the headlines. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next update.